And Eric Strunk was here. I am with the guy who works on the engine that makes the building automation controls world go round, Stephen Holicky. Man, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, Eric. Thank you for having me, man.
Well, good, man. Listen, lots going on in the industry. I know you're right in the thick of it. Tell me what's new with you and what's new with Tridium.
Man, we're always innovating at the speed of sound. I can tell you that. The speed of light, actually. Let me put it frankly. But I'll tell you what, there's so many new things, exciting things coming from Tridium these days. We've got the JACE 9000 about to come out. We've got Niagara 413. And just to touch on that, just what it's building on is all that amazing functionality that you can harness today within Niagara 4. We just expanded it in a number of ways that I don't think that, frankly speaking, we thought was imaginable. But here we are at the precipice of a release, and we're excited to be able to even announce this.
Well, so I'm hearing, like, to me, it seems like you guys have taken an already fast car and decided to turbocharge the engine. Turbocharge the engine. I mean, I'm hearing quad 4 processors. I mean, is that rumor? Or is there truth to that?
Man, you know. So what's purring underneath that hood of the JACE 9000 is going to be something I think is going to delight our partners. It's built in such a way to allow them to expand what they do today, and it's going to future-proof our platform for the days to come, because let's just face it, the software is not shrinking, folks. So as it continues to grow, as we continue to add value in the product, it's important for us to have a platform that's positioned in the right way to be able to support that growth.
All right, give me an example of something that they're going to be able to do with the JACE 9000 they weren't able to do before.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's a great question. So we all know that we love to host graphics. We like to have alarming histories on as many points as possible. We like to use analytics at the edge. This is something that, frankly speaking, is just minimum to compete these days. Right. And if you're using an 8000 with finite resources, the ability for you to be able to do that is going to be dependent upon what you've got integrated. But the thing is that our integrators don't have the time to even think about that. That's the point, is that, look, you can throw as much at a wall as you want and let it stick, but the thing is that you have to have the right platform in place to be able to support what customers want to do. And frankly speaking, those needs are growing. And so this platform has been engineered in such a way to support it. Whether you want to alarm every point on that device, whether you want to put a history extension and trend everything, you can do that. Whether you want to run analytics at the edge, host graphics, these are the types of use cases that we have to support with the JACE 9000. We feel confident that you're going to be able to rely upon that platform.
So it sounds to me like you guys are thinking far into the future. Like I remember when Ed Merwin took me hunting for the first time. He had, the great communicator at Tridium, and I couldn't hit any of the birds that were flying over. And Ed goes, "It's because you're shooting where they are. You need to shoot where they're going, right?" So it seems like you guys are leading the bird pretty good here.
That's what it's all about, absolutely. It's trying to anticipate where the market's going next. And I think that's critical to our strategy and to our success. But more importantly, it's the community. And that's why we're here today, just in general, is to be able to source that feedback, to be able to have it positioned on our roadmap so that we have the right things in place to compensate for where we're heading. Because at the end of the day, nobody has a crystal ball. But as long as that we compensate for what could be the future, we're going to have the right platform in place.
No, and I know you're an engineer by trade, right? And I know you're a great thinker and all that. What are they not asking for? When you say we were talking to customers to find out what they want, what are they not asking for that they don't know to ask for that they should be asking for that maybe you guys have already put in the product?
Yeah, so I think one thing in particular is the neural processing unit that we have on the JACE 9000. What that's going to do is give us the capability to run analytics at scale at the edge.
Nice.
So when I mean analytics, I'm talking about
full born, huh?
Exactly. Do I have the right tuning policies in place at my device networks? Do I have certain things that are a result of the way I've configured it? Is it contributing to any performance degradation? These are things that are important to be able to flag when you're setting these things up, such that when it gets turned over to the end user, they have the reliability that they deserve.
So cool. So it seems like you guys are thinking what they're going to need in the future so they don't have to worry about it. They can just sort of rely on you guys. Hey, we're thinking for the future so you don't have to.
That's exactly what we're trying to do with the product, the software, hardware, and then some of the new offerings as well. And I think the Niagara Cloud Suite has been positioned to meet that need. at the end of the day.
With the Niagara Data Services, for example, I mean, you guys can pull the data out and run it through something like Ellipse AI if you wanted to do that. So you're making it available for people to use it with third-party stuff if they want to, too, right?
That's right. Yeah, and that's critical to our success, just critical to the success of the automation industry at all. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, we're all here to save energy, to save the planet, if you would. I mean, you know, we're all little Captain Planets in of ourselves. So we have the opportunity today to be able to really drive change in a positive manner, such that we're able to realize the gains going forward, and such that we're creating a better future going forward.
Awesome. So when is 9,000 out?
9,000 is coming out soon. I'm talking about days away.
Oh, nice.
It's like the date's almost coming off my tongue. I just can't say it, but days.
Well, that's so cool. Stephen, how do people get more information on Tridium 9000 and you? And Tridium Talks, by the way. Definitely check those out. But talk about how people get a hold of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So if you need to get in contact with anyone from Tridium, of course, you can go to tridium.com. We have a giant button on the screen that says contact us. Click on it. Fill out some information. It might feel like it's a little bit too much, but trust me, it's all for the better. It's just so that we can have the right details, so that we can get the right person in place to be able to contact you. In addition to that, if you want to learn more about the product, Tridium Talks, as you mentioned, I mean, it's a great thing. And the best part about it, it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Let's face it, folks, not everybody wants to sit through a 45-minute presentation. Well, guess what? You know, YouTube,
forward, baby.
Pause, play.
Yeah.
You have the ability to watch it at your leisure. And in addition to that, of course, we're going to be canvassing the community at as many partner events as possible. So if you didn't see me today, catch me tomorrow.